Spanning across the United States, where will our video take us today? We're way on the wrong side. Let's come back over here to the West Coast, and we're going to come just off the coast of San Francisco. Alcatraz, The Rock. The Rock is a tourist attraction? Yes, Sean, it has become a tourist attraction. It's 1.25 miles off the shore of San Francisco. I learned so much. It used to be an Indian asylum. It was also a military prison, a federal prison, and it was also a lighthouse. It was a lighthouse first. In 1854, it was established as the first lighthouse on the West Coast. The original lighthouse was destroyed in the earthquake of 1906, and the structure that stands there now, still to this day, it's 84 feet tall, and it was built in 1906, and they finished it in 1909. The lighthouse is fully automated, which means they do not have a lighthouse attendant. Now, in 1861, it started becoming a military prison, actually a little bit before that, but it was a military prison for the Department of the Pacific. Remember, the United States was in its infancy here. Totally infancy. All right. After the military prison, we're going to move on into federal prison. And this is what most people know about. Al Capone, he was there. Machine Gun Kelly, he was there. Alvin Karpis, who was the first public enemy #1, he was there. I didn't even know that. Alcatraz inmates had 4 rights: food, clothing, shelter, and medical care. If you wanted anything else on the Rock, you had to earn it. Extra time in the yard, books, magazines, freedom. Any kind of freedom to remove yourself of the thought that you're locked on this concrete island. And the only thing you get to do is look out your cell wall at the bustling, busy San Francisco. The world is going on while you're stuck on the concrete rock. There were 14 escape attempts in the 29 years that Alcatraz was a prison. There was one in 1936, one in 37, 38, 39. They skipped 40. There were 2 attempts in 1941. They skipped 42. 2 escapes in 1943. They skipped 44. There was one in 45, 46. Then they took a little hiatus, 1956, 1958. And the last one, there was 2 in 1962. And one of those, the last one, that worked. I'm sorry. They escaped. They made it. That's my opinion and my conspiracy theory, but I'm saying they made it. Why did they close it, Casey? It seemed like it would have been perfect out there. Well, money. See, everything had to be trucked in because you're in the middle of the freaking water. Like, just for one thing, just 2 little blips right here. The average inmate cost about $10 a day in Alcatraz. And like a prison on land like Atlanta, $3 per day. So $7 more. So see what I'm saying? They had to truck 1 million gallons of fresh water over there a week for prisoners to drink, cook with, whatever. Now to the part that I had no idea about. I have visited Alcatraz, and it says Indian tribe or something as the ferry comes up to the island. It's got Indian war, Indian land. Anyway, I can't exactly remember. But on March 8th, 1964, that was the first occupation of the island by American Indians. They weren't there for very long. 35 people took in protest. Now, let's fast forward to 69, November the 20th, 1969. That's when the first people from the United Indians of all tribes, that was like a conglomerate. It was a whole group of them. They band together and they formed this United Indians of all tribes, and a whole bunch of college students from San Francisco. They took over the island. They were there for 19 months and 9 days. They had some damage. They were protesting the way Indians were betrayed and anything. I'll let you read more about that. But that was the part I had no idea about. Nixon passed some kind of new establishment policy of self-declaration on June the 11th, 1971, and they closed out the protest and removed everybody from the island. Since then, it's just been a tourist attraction and a wildlife refuge for birds. Alcatraz has been the subject of many, many movies. The Rock in 96, Escape from Alcatraz in 1979, Birdman of Alcatraz in 62, Murder in the First 1995, Point Blank 1967, and Alcatraz Island in 1937. Oh, Alcatraz, I said that it was a tourist attraction. That actually became a tourist attraction in 1973. And I guess that's all I've got to say about Alcatraz. I would like to cite my sources just real quick. The Federal Bureau of Prisons, BOP, Wikipedia, Getty Images, National Park Service, NBC, and also the YouTube channel California Through My Lens. Thank you so much for watching another edition of all of it.